How y'all doing? What's going on? DJ, stop the beat. All right, y'all. Now, on this story, it is rest in peace. Rest in peace, Dominic. Okay? She was a 34-year-old woman. You see her, a mother of three, you guys. Her fiance proposed to her New Year's and took her out 3 days after that. How do you do that? Please let me know what world we living in. What's going on? I need you guys to help me uncover what went wrong. How can we see this type of situation that's happening in our own family, in our own relationship, in our own marriages? Now, the lady you see with the glasses, that's her mom. And she is crying out. Oh, my God. You should hear her pain. I'm going to play a little bit. Now, I want to let you guys know I'm getting these stories from Twisted Crime on YouTube. Shout out to Twisted Crime. And look at this, you guys. Now, would you ever think that he would do that to her? Took her out of here 3 times, 3 pows. Look, that's him in the middle. He got a smile. The family said, oh my God, we didn't see it coming. They said he was so nice. He told my daughter that he was going to love her. He was going to protect her. He was going to honor her. Now how, after he proposed and told the whole world on social media and everything, he took her out 3 days later, pow. And when somebody tried to help and intervene, he was pounding at them too. Then he ran from the scene. I'm not understanding. We need some help, you guys. Please like this video. We are begging for likes. We will have the phone lines on. And these are just more pictures of the guy. Look at him right here. Now, people say they never seen it coming. Her friends say, oh my goodness, we were surprised when we found out it was him because he was such a nice man, you know? He's 39 years old and she is 34. So please like this video. Please comment and please share, especially if you want me to do more of these crime stories. We need to hear your support. Okay, so let's play a little clip before we get into some things. Listen.
And I say, well, where were you? Where are you now? Why did you leave the scene?
Houston police have in custody Dominic's fiance, 39 years old Kendrick Atkins, as a person of interest.
He was very polite, very nice, you know, but I guess I was wrong.
Dominic's mother saying she thought her daughter had met the man of her dreams.
She didn't deserve this. He took my baby. This is my baby daughter. I'm trying to process this, but it's hard.
Not only did...
Wow, did y'all hear that? Ain't that something? And this is nothing new. We hear this all the time. We hear it all the time. But when it comes to these dating platforms, they never tell the truth, the other dark side, right? Oh, my God. So I'm going to take it from the top. You know, I'm going to stop and play so we can hear the full story. Now, I must got to say, hey, how y'all doing? What up, my party crashers? Where y'all at? How y'all feeling? And don't you worry. And as soon enough, we will be doing some more uplifting, you know, lives, you know, because I know this is very sad, but it must be talked about. And let me know, do you guys think it's important for us to continue to talk about these type of tragedies that's happening in our community? Press 1 if you feel like this is very important to talk about. We need to have these discussions because they're not having these discussions no more, you know? So let's take it from the top. Here we go.
He took my baby. This is my baby daughter.
Dominic Jefferson, 33 years old, a mother of 3 and newly engaged. On New Year's Eve, she received a proposal and a ring. Her mother watched the video, was happy for her daughter.
And I thought she had found the man of her dreams. And it turned out it wasn't the man of her dreams. It was a nightmare of her life.
Pointed it at the complainant's chest, fired the handgun once, striking the complainant in the chest.
He don't deserve anything. He don't deserve to live. And that's how I feel about it, with no filter.
She said no filter. Girl, can we rewind it back? You know I like to stop and play. Now this is her, Dominic, 34, beautiful girl. She got it going on. Okay, she's very lovely. So let's go back to the ring. Girl, he got her a ring, honey. Look at this ring. Happy New Year's, girl. She was so excited. They was about to get married, girl. All on the internet, and all of y'all just saying, oh my goodness, we love it. Oh, this and that. Because that's what y'all do on these internet anyway. Look, she got her crying. They videotape it. This is him. Now, how could somebody say they love you, propose to you for the world to see, then take you on up out of here 3 days later? These men not even hitting women no more. They pound them. They not, you think they gonna put paws on you? Nope. They gonna take that gat, and they gatting. And that's why it's important for these women to get some gats too. Okay? Yeah. Cause they not hitting no more. They pulling out the gats. But let's go.
33 years old, a mother of 3 and newly engaged. On New Year's Eve, she received a proposal and a ring. Her mother watched the video, was happy for her daughter.
And I thought she had found the man of her dreams. And it turned out it wasn't the man of her dreams. It was a nightmare of her life.
Pointed it at the complainant's chest, fired the handgun once.
That's him. They got him in jail. That's him right there with the red, with the bald head. Big old man wanted to take out that girl. What? Can y'all please help me? In the minds of these men that got the pow. What gets you so emotional, riled up, where you're not thinking logical? Because I thought they said these are logical creatures. You would think, is it worth taking her out this world and me doing life in jail for the rest of my life? Is it worth it? I mean, what? Hello? I'm not understanding. I need y'all to call in. I want to know the mindset of these demons, these mindset. Like, what were you thinking? And why are y'all getting so emotional, wrapped up in these relationships? I'm telling you, it's really turning me off. I don't want no damn relationship. Hell no. I don't want it.
Striking the complainant in the chest.
He don't deserve anything. He don't deserve to live. And that's how I feel about it, with no filter.
This is the story of Dominic Jefferson, aged 33, a newly engaged woman who was shot dead by her fiance who proposed to her just 3 days prior. She was proposed to on New Year's Day on Facebook Live but shot dead just 3 days later by her soon-to-be husband. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories.
Twisted Crimes.
The 34-year-old was shot in southwest Houston by her fiancé as horrified witnesses looked on. That according to police.
Based on this story, we will be traveling to Houston, Texas. The 4th most populous U.S. city is known as the world.
Girl, we in Houston, Texas. Ain't it always something up in them Texas? Texas.
Capital of space exploration. It is a cosmopolitan destination filled with world-class dining, arts.
Okay, we can get to the story now, Twisted Tales.
Dominic has 3 kids and did her best to make her kids feel loved just like any good mother.
She have 3 kids. She has a daughter, that's her daughter, and she has 2 sons.
Dominic had just met someone around October of 2019 which seemed very promising. They fell in love with each other and everyone around them were very happy for them. His name is Kendrick Akins, age 30.
Take a good look at this monster. Can we take a good look? Look at him. Would you think he would have done that? I mean, you cannot tell by the looks anymore. Cause don't he look normal? Press 5 if you feel like he don't look like the type that'll take you out. Press 10 if you feel like it's something about him. He looks like a creep. I mean, you can't tell what from what no more, right? Everything is a blur. You just never know. You really don't know what you're getting. I'm for real. In this time of day, I mind talking about he look crazy as fuck. He don't look crazy to me. He look fine. I mean, he look, he look regular. He don't look crazy. I would never think. He would have fooled me. I would have never thought.
9. Kendrick appeared to be a gentleman. He ticked all the boxes for her and they decided to take.
Can we
Kendrick
get into
appeared
these
to be
pictures? Hold on now. I'm a picture watcher. I like to look into the pictures if you guys don't mind. Yeah, let's blow this up. Okay, so that's him. He has no kids. That's him, and that's her daughter, and that's the mom. Let me hold on. Let me put this to the side so we can get into this picture. All right, so what y'all think about this picture? This round Christmas. And she don't even realize. Next month, girl, she not even gonna be here because your fiance is gonna take you out. Your boyfriend is gonna take you out. They said it's only been 3 months. He proposed after 3 months. Do you guys think that was a little bit too fast? Comment, let us know. After 3 months, is it okay or normal for a black man to propose to you? Press 15 if you feel like that's a good enough time for a postman. Press 20 if you feel like it's moving too fast. I mean, 3 months, it depends on who you're asking. Because if you're religious and you don't want to do, you waiting to marriage, 3 months maybe is a reasonable time, Imani say 3 months is crazy. Yes, too fast, GG. Glammed out. You think 3 months is a little bit too fast? What if you're religious and you don't want to, do with nobody until you're married? They say these men can't hold out. They can't, you know what I mean? But, maybe that ain't the thing. But look like he love bombed her. Because I hear y'all talk about that a lot, about love bombing. You think he love bombed her? Like, he gonna really love on her? I think he love bomb. Comment, let us know. Do you think he was love bombing? Press 25 if you think he was love bombing. Press 30 if you feel like he ain't love bombing. And I need y'all to call in so y'all can let us know what is love bombing. Let's go through the things.
Gentleman. He ticked all the boxes for her and they decided to take it to the next level within 3 months of meeting. On New Year's Day, Kendrick would do the unexpected. He went on Facebook Live to propose to Dominic. He had on his shirt the words, "Will you marry me?" And as expected, she said yes.
Ain't that so sweet? Look, y'all, he made a whole shirt. Can we go back to the shirt? He made a whole shirt. Look at this shirt. Dominic, would you marry me? Is that sweet? I think that is so sweet. And, a lot of men, the black men, they're not really confessing their love on social media. So maybe she felt extra special because it's like this man, he's showcasing me on social media. He's giving me the ring. This is my prince that I'm always looking for. This is my black king. And I'm sure they was calling him a black king. I know y'all don't want... They was calling him a black king, but let's go.
And as expected, she said yes. Family and friends were happy for them. They all celebrated the joyous moment together.
Okay, we're going to fast forward this music. But yes, this took place in 2019. But it's still an interesting story. And I bet none of y'all have heard about this story. I've never heard about the story, so it's new to all of us. Okay? So we not going to delete this story because it's dated 2019.
Dominic was headed to pick someone up from work, but the car wouldn't start. She was...
Okay, y'all. They about to tell us a story. What happened? This is the day when he took her out of here. So get ready. He said that she had to get ready to go to work. Okay? She's a working girl. And the car would not start. The car would not start. Let's go.
Said to have wanted to jumpstart.
Hold on. We got a super chat. Let's give it up for Princess Rose Dow, donated $7. She says, Utah man took out his 5 kids, 1 mother-in-law and wife because she want a divorce. Then took out himself. Ooh, Rose, I don't want no man like that. Do you hear me? I don't want no love like that. I want to live long, y'all. I want to live here for a very long time. And if it means being single for the rest of my life will keep me on this planet for a long time, then so be it. I don't want to be in a relationship and have to die in a couple of years. Her
car with Kendrick's car when he went outside and yelled, "Don't touch my car." She continuously attempted.
So he told her, don't touch my car because, you know, it was broke down. She needed to go to work. But she continued to do it. She continued to, you know, mess with that car.
To fix the car's battery to get the car up and running, but Kendrick continued to yell. That led into an argument between Kendrick and Dominic, which prompted Kendrick into grabbing Dominic's cell phone and threw it against a hard surface.
All right, so he took Dominic's cell phone and threw it. He took the cell phone and threw it after because they was arguing.
Making the phone inoperable. The argument escalated, making Kendrick reaching for a firearm. Upon sighting the fire.
Hold on. Let's hide that pow. So they got into an argument so bad that Kendrick, the dude, reached for a pow. Ain't that something? Why would you need to reach for a pow in an argument with your girlfriend? What's going on? All right, let's play.
Dominic said, "Go ahead, shoot me." Kendrick pointed.
So Dominic said, "Go ahead, pow me, nigga. What's up?" She ain't said it like that, but she said, "Go ahead, pow." Cause they was in an argument. She was touching the car. He said, "Don't touch my car." She continued to try to, you know, fix the car. So they got into an argument. He grabbed her phone, threw it, and then he took out his pow, aimed it at her face. And she said, "Well, do it then. You know, pow me." And he did just that.
The gun at Dominic's chest and fired once before returning to his apartment. Two people who witnessed the crime were talking about what to do next when Kendrick appeared again and.
Okay, so two people that was there, they saw everything that happened, you know, because I'm assuming he did it right on the front porch. So they're watching this. They seeing it. So they like, oh, shit, what should we do?
Shot at one of them who had to jump in the bushes to play dead to avoid being shot at again.
So they were trying to help her, but then that's when he came back into the picture, the homeboy. And one of them tried to play like they were dead in the bushes, but he ended up hitting them.
After shooting at the witness, Kendrick went over to Dominic, who was motionless in the parking lot, grabbed her cell phone and ran away. Police was eventually.
So he got over her body, who was down in the parking lot, motionless. So she was gone. He then grabs her cell phone and ran away. What was on that damn cell phone? What was so important on that cell phone?
Called to the 5500 block of Hollyview Drive in Northwest Houston, where they found Dominic and she was declared dead.
He took my baby. This is my baby daughter.
The family of Dominique Jefferson is heartbroken, saying she was the woman shot and killed at the Hollyview apartments around midnight Saturday.
Nobody deserves to die like that.
Police have not identified Jefferson as the victim, but say the victim and her boyfriend got in a fight. Jefferson's family says they never heard of any troubles in her relationship. In fact, they said her boyfriend just proposed to her days ago.
He was very polite, very nice.
Her family says Jefferson has 3 kids and ran a business to help African American women succeed in the arts.
I'm not gonna let her die in vain, but what I will do is celebrate her life as we know it.
Kendrick later arrived at a HPD patrol station midday Saturday for questioning and was then arrested. He was subsequently charged with murder and aggravated assault.
The man accused of killing his fiancée just days after he proposed is now charged with murder. 39-year-old Kendrick Akins turned himself into police a few hours after the shooting on Hollyview in Northwest Houston. Akins allegedly shot the woman outside of an apartment complex, then shot a bystander who tried to help her. The victim's sister told us Akins had just proposed on Facebook Live on New Year's Eve.
But I want to know why. Why? Why would you do this? You said you loved her. You proposed to her on New Year's Eve, and not today. You kill her.
Dominic Jefferson, 33 years old, a mother of three and newly engaged. On New Year's Eve, she received a proposal and a ring. Her mother watched the video, was happy for her daughter.
And I thought she had found the man of her dreams. And it turned out it wasn't the man of her dreams. It was a nightmare of her life.
Her life ended 4 days later, early Saturday morning. According to police, Jefferson and her fiance, 39-year-old Kendrick Akins, had an argument as she stood in the apartment parking lot. It continued. He's now charged with shooting her to death.
Pointed it at the complainant's chest, fired the handgun once, striking the complainant in the chest.
And accused of shooting at a witness who tried to intervene. The video of the proposal taken by the young rapper.
Now y'all know I gotta stop and go. Man, and you saw that apartment complex where it actually happened. You know, do you mind if we go back to the apartment complex where it actually happened?
Unknown caller.
Okay, who is calling me? Stop calling. You better leave me alone. Better leave me alone. Okay, so here it is. You see, it's all blocked off. So this is where we are, y'all. Man, people tried to help, but he ended up hitting the witness. You know, and can we just say thank the people that tried to help? Because when you're trying to help these situations, you can end up leaving here. And I want to know, how often would you guys help? Press 1 if you've seen a situation and you too would help. You'll put your life on the line and help. Or press 4, honestly, if you would not help. You would just go into your room and call 911 and just let it be. Man, oh man, ain't it sad? This stuff go on every day and night. And you heard the woman right here. She had questions. She said, why? Why, y'all?
To her on New Year's Eve and not today. You kill her.
Dominic.
Okay, first of all, it's a lot of women, black women, that are speaking out, and that is amazing. But don't y'all think it's more black men need to speak out about this? Huh? Comment, let us know. Press 8 if you feel like more black men need to speak out on this. Every time we turn on the news, we always see the black women always speaking out, and that's great. But we need these black men to start speaking out about this too. They need to have conversations and ask each other, why do you get that upset where you have to take out the woman? Why are you putting paws on these women? Why are you pound them? They need to have these conversations amongst themselves, but you know they ain't never gonna do it. They ain't gonna never do it. And they're gonna act like it ain't never happened.
Why? Why would you do this? You said you loved her.
That's a good, ask these niggas that's alive today, because it took, baby, in another month, in another week, in another day, you're going to have more black kings taking out their girlfriends and wives. Shit, I was going to say ain't the husbands taking out the other husbands, the men taking out the men too, and the women are all of them taking out each other, okay? So why do y'all get in a relationship just to control and put paws on each other and kill each other?
You proposed to her on New Year's Eve and not today. You kill her.
Dominic Jefferson, 33 years old, a mother of three and newly engaged. On New Year's Eve, she received a proposal and a ring. Her mother watched the video, was happy for her daughter.
And I thought she had found the man of her dreams. And it turned out it wasn't the man of her dreams. It was a nightmare of her life.
Her life ended 4 days later, early Saturday morning. According to police, Jefferson and her fiance, 39-year-old Kendrick Akins, had an argument as she stood in the apartment parking lot. It continued. He's now charged with shooting her to death.
Pointed it at the complainant's chest, fired the handgun once, striking the complainant in the chest.
And accused of shooting at a witness who tried to intervene. The video of the proposal taken by the young rapper she was managing. She and Akins had met only 3 months ago.
I didn't get no bad spirit during that time, and I was just like, cool, if they happy, then I'm happy. But when the altercation happened,
Do you think other men can detect an abuser in another man? Comment, let her know. Only thing they can detect is that zest. Everybody can tell you, oh, I think your man gay. But they can't tell you, I think your man is abuser. I think your man is a killer. You know, he said he didn't see a killer instinct in him. And I want to know, do you think well, shit, it's clear black women can't detect these killers. You know what I'm saying? They can't detect these abusers. Who do you think can detect a person that's going to take you out of here, a killer? Who can detect an abuser? Comment, let us know. Do you think it's some people out here that can do it? I think people that are very spiritually inclined can detect it. That nigga ain't no good. I sat up there and I listened to you speak, and I seen how he was looking at you, girl. And how he was looking, I can just know he ain't no good. But when we tell y'all that, you think that we hating on your relationship. We think you don't want you to have happiness, and you think we hating and we judging. But we just be saying what we see.
I was thrown off because I was like, man, how could you do this? You just proposed, how could you do this?
Kendrick is also charged with firing a shot at a witness who tried to intervene. A magistrate set bond on both charges at $250,000. Kendrick was already on parole for an earlier conviction. The state opposed bond, citing an extensive criminal history, both locally and on out-of-state charges. Dominic's mother regrets not checking Kendrick's background more, especially when he asked her to marry her in just 3 months of meeting him. His previous rap sheet includes a charge of assault on a family member in the past.
We have a woman who was gunned down outside her home talked to Fox 26. The 34-year-old was shot in southwest Houston by her fiance as horrified witnesses looked on. That according to police. Now her family says they have a message for others. Tiffany Justice, he is live near Hollyview Drive with details. Tiffany.
Yes, CC. They only dated for 3 months. After 3 months, he proposed.
34-year-old Dominic Jefferson, a mother of 3, was gunned down by her fiance, who is now facing murder charges. We did speak to her family today, and they say a big component into her death was domestic violence.
This is much bigger than my sister. This is about domestic violence.
11:50 Friday night, gunshots rung out at this apartment complex off of Hollyview Drive in southwest Houston. Left dead, 34-year-old Dominic Jefferson, her mother able to track down who witnesses say pulled the trigger.
And I say, well, where were you? Where are you now? Why did you leave the scene?
Houston police have in custody Dominic's fiance, 39 years old Kendrick Atkins, as a person of interest.
He was very polite, very nice, you know, but I guess I was wrong.
Dominic's mother saying she thought her daughter had met the man of her dreams.
She didn't deserve this.
She didn't.
He took my baby. This is my baby daughter. I'm trying to process this, but it's hard.
Not only did a mother lose her daughter, 3 children had their mother ripped from their lives. Dominic's daughter, Shania Hunter, grieving with her family.
They wouldn't let us see her, none of that. But then the first thing came to mind was her daughter, her 2 sons. This is her daughter, Shariah.
Dominic's mother telling us she wants her daughter to be remembered as a loving and hardworking person.
Her logo was Hustle Life.
Nobody deserves to die like that.
The family hoping that her death can be a message for others who may be in a violent and harmful relationship.
My sister's not going to die in vain. If it ain't right, if it don't feel right, it ain't right.
After spending a couple of days in jail, Kendrick is now requesting protective custody due to threats he...
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear Kendrick is now talking about he need protection. Did y'all hear that? He need protection. But you see how they are, y'all? They want protection, but they want to take you out of here. This big grown man want protection from other men. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Ain't that something? What do y'all think about him talking about he need protection from other men? He said he's scared. He is scared up in that jail with these other men. What do y'all think of that? Ain't that something?
Claims to be receiving on Facebook from Dominic's brothers who currently are in the same jail. He wants the court to protect him from these people. Dominic's mother has this comment about his request.
He don't deserve anything. He don't deserve to live. And that's how I feel about it, with no filter.
Dominic leaves behind 3 children, ages 11, 6 and 4.
Broken family paying tribute to a mother who was killed this weekend. This balloon release is for Dominic Jefferson. Add to the heartbreak, complete shock. The man police say murdered her was her fiance. He's now behind bars, awaiting his date in court. Marcelino Benito joins us live.
Well, why did he want to be with her? It seemed like he was acting. Comment, let us know. Do y'all think he was acting? Press 5 if you feel like he's an actor. He was acting. Press 10 if you feel like it's just mental illness. Because y'all know y'all love to throw that around. Oh, this my thing is, the family never detected, because every time around the family, he will put on this act like he's so in love with her. And the same when it comes to a lot of people around on social media, he'll have this act like he's the perfect person. But why did he want to show that off? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And it seemed like he was in a rush to be married. Like he was in a rush to say he has a fiance, he has a wife. Like, what is he hiding? What is he really hiding, y'all? I don't know. But he hiding something. He hiding something. I don't know.
From the courthouse with the story. Marcelino.
We're on tonight. The victim's mother says she always thought her daughter's fiance was actually a good man. She never thought this could ever happen. Dominic Jefferson's family is letting us share one of her last public posts on Facebook. A picture-perfect proposal to kick off the new year. It captures how Kendrick Akins popped the big question.
You know, he had a shirt on that said, "Dominique, will you marry me?" on his shirt. And he gave her the ring, kneeled down on his knees and gave her the ring. And then 3 days later, he turned around and killed my daughter.
In less than a week, Akins went from doting fiance to accused murderer.
He promised me he was going to take care of my daughter. He was going to cherish my daughter. You know, he was going to love her. He was going to be there for her, and he lied. He lied. He killed my daughter. He don't deserve a bond. He don't deserve anything.
Witnesses say the two got into a dispute. Akins grabbed the gun. A witness told investigators Dominique said, "Go ahead, shoot me, shoot me." Akins pulled the trigger, fatally shooting her in the chest. Akins is also accused of shooting one of the witnesses.
I feel like I'm in a nightmare, in a dream or something right now.
Tonight, Dominique's mother, alongside other friends and family, came together to remember her, honor her memory, and demand justice.
If she had any fears, she never did verbalize it. As far as what I heard is, "Mama, I'm happy."
Her family says it never once suspected she was involved in an abusive relationship. They hope Dominique's death serves as a lesson to women in similar situations.
My sister was in love with him enough to agree to marry him. What happened? He loved my sister to death. That ain't love.
We hope Dominic gets justice soon enough for the crime.
Whew, I tell you, you guys ready to take care of some phone calls? Press 3 if you ready to get the phone calls rolling. We need you guys to call in. Let us know what's really good in these streets. What's going on? What did we miss? All right, look, I go to the phone lines. Ain't nobody calling in. Y'all don't want to call? I thought y'all said y'all care about stories like this. And ain't nobody even calling in. That let you know. You know, we as the community and society, we really do we really care about stories like this? Only time we care if it's in a love and hip hop format, or if it's a reality show, or if it's dealing with some hip hop. That's about it. But the phone lines are open. Feel free to call in. Let us know your thoughts on this. He could have walked away. He could have. If he would have walked away, he'll be on the outside. She would still be here, and he wouldn't have to serve all that jail time. Like, why did he want to go back? Did he want to go back in jail? Did he like it up in there? I mean, what is the problem? I'm looking in the comment section. I'm too nervous to call. Well, I mind you always talking in the chat room. You need to get out of that and just call now. I'm going to go over here and look on the other page to see if we have any phone calls. Okay. Calling from 773. You're live on the air.
Hey, everybody. So I was just watching this, and it's just so crazy. Like, you never know what somebody is going through, and there's so many spirits out here, so many just things going on. And for that to happen to that person, and she got children and everything, it's just something that we have to be spiritual awakened, to recognize what's going on, and for whatever reason, it's just so crazy. It's just so crazy that she lost her life and her family, it's crazy. It's just so crazy.
Well, I thank you for calling in and speaking out. Rest in peace, Dominic.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Calling from 832. You're live on the air. 832.
Yes. Hey, Miss Gigi.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you? So
I'm doing all right.
This story hits home personally. I'm from Houston. I knew her nickname was Miss Pretty Pink, and I also knew Kendrick very well. Kendrick, for a while, I think a long time ago, used to be into the Israelite lifestyle and whatever. And Kendrick was already married when he proposed to Dominic. The information that they have on the news is kind of screwed because she was not leaving to go pick somebody up from work or to go to work or none of that. She was leaving because they had got into an argument because on her phone, someone had sent her pictures of him and his wife. And it blew up into an argument, and he shot her.
Wow. Wow, girl. Thank you for telling the truth. Now, can you really explain on Kendrick and the mindset and what? Okay, if she found out the truth, clearly he's not an honest man, right? He hate truth.
Right.
He hate honesty. He want to kill honesty. He hate truth. He want to live in a lie.
Right. He had been physically abusive, not to the point that it left bruises or anything, but Dominic was into the Houston music scene. So she would promote shows. She would do a lot of club booking and events. And he got into that lifestyle because of her. He was a struggling, like I saw someone in the comments put hobosexual. Yes, pretty much, because he had beat up on his first wife. She kicked him out. He ended up going to jail. When he got out of jail, he was supposed to be this Muslim Israelite saved guy. And he was charming and did have a good personality, and he actually was very business and street smart. But it blew up because it got out that he had just proposed to her. But how can you propose to somebody when you're already married? You wasn't in the middle of a divorce. You were separated, but you wasn't in the middle of a divorce. You wasn't going through those court proceedings to get a divorce. But here you are proposing to somebody. And that wasn't his car either, by the way. That was Dominic's car that he had messed up multiple times, and that's the reason why it was broke down.
Girl, I need you to stay on this line with me. What's your name?
My name is Donnie.
Don't. I need you to stay on this line. No, don't. I just want to talk, too. No, don't. Did I say that right? Don't, because you know I mess people's name up. Is it don't?
Donnie.
Donnie. And you don't got to put your real name. I wouldn't put my real name on here, Donnie. Donnie is
It's all right.
Okay, Donnie. Now, Kendrick, is something off with brother man upstairs? He proposed to her on the internet. He proposed to her in front of a group of black people. And he didn't think it was going to get out. What's wrong with him?
I think he thought that because there was no connection between her and his first wife, that it wouldn't get back.
You know what? I'm not buying it. I know that's how you feel he thinks, but I think Kendrick is loose some damn screws. When you a street life, when you in a street life, you know the world is small, especially in the black community. Y'all in the same city. You know this world is very small. Somebody gonna know somebody. Somebody gonna tell somebody, and it's gonna end up finding out.
Yes. That's how it happened, and it happened really quickly because he proposed on New Year's, and she found out really on the 2nd. They had been arguing, prior to that day. She was supposed to also do an event right after New Year's that she wasn't able to do, due to whatever was going on between the two of them. So she reneged out of that, and I showed up to the event as well as a couple of other friends of ours, and she didn't show up. But she was still alive. But, she didn't show up because they were going back and forth. And that's when we also knew about the car situation, that he had messed up her car. She didn't know what was going on and whatever with her car.
So he purposely messed up her car.
You know how like how Jody messed up Yvette's car? Like that. You know how dudes get in a car, it's not theirs, you don't really care about certain things, you just driving and you don't put no gas in it, the girl got to go to work, whatever.
Right. They want to be outside,
a lot of that going,
burning rubber and speed racing in your car. And let me tell you, they take your car to see other hoes. That's what they do.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Huh, so she didn't see this. I guess she didn't see none of this coming. When you in the street, when she dating this man for 3 months, she ain't hear nothing from the grapevine. Nobody warned her. Because usually, when you're dealing with an abusive nigga, they'll tell you, girl, he abusive. You'll get somebody around the way that let your ass know, leave him alone.
He wasn't really... He was from a different... I know that it seems like Houston is, the world is small, but Houston is really big, and he wasn't really from the scene or from the area that Dominic was from. Dominic is A-Leaf, Southwest Side, all day, whatever. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Kendrick was from the north side of Houston. And throughout my growing up of that was like a no-no. You crossing over. You literally was like crossing over different countries' territory, in a sense, from the north side to the south side. And so I think it was just the group of people, circle of people. She just wasn't, familiar.
She was just blindsided. She was not aware.
Right. She was blindsided. And she was also, blinded by love. Look, I don't know if there's any children on here, and I hope not. I'm going to try my best to say this in the best way possible. But men who have this type of narcissistic behaviors about them, they typically tend to find a way to stigmatize or whatever. And so she was blinded. Like, the girl was literally in love, in a sense. Because she, was very happy and like on cloud 9. And we know that if all women on here know that cloud 9 love is because, he putting it down. He doing some extra freaky stuff. He done put you on maybe do a handstand and blew in your butthole and whatever.
Not blew in the asshole, girl.
So I'm saying, she was, and there was my friend, rest in peace. I'm just saying she was, it was a lot of that too in there where, it was a lot of wooing. And even her mother and sister felt like he was a good guy because he was very charming and respectful in those, aspects of whatever. So it's hard sometimes. Sometimes a lot of that don't come, forward, or those behaviors of who you really are don't come forward until, years sometimes. Depending on how good you are of a manipulator.
Yeah, I guess we need to get some anti-dick mesmerized tablets. So in the beginning, it won't work on you. But moving on, you said he has another wife. Now, is his wife coming out and speaking out about this? Do you know how the wife is feeling?
I don't. I wasn't really friends with any of them, like tight. I was friends with Don. I knew Don from way back, and we lost touch. And then, of course, Facebook got everybody back in touch with each other. And with her being into the music scene, it's a lot of moments I would be up at open mics and things like that where she would be there, so I would see her around the way. And we were very cordial and cool with each other. So I didn't necessarily know about Kendrick that much until the Facebook post where he proposed. And then everybody's like, oh, Pink get married, blah, blah, blah. And we like, oh, okay. That's how we started finding out about Kendrick. But after all of this transpired is when folks started digging stuff up. And I believe the wife did come forward on Facebook like, y'all, I don't know what to say. Don't tag me in nothing. Leave me out of this. That I've been done with him for some years ago. I don't know about her. I don't know about nothing.
Whew, well, it looked like, they need to talk to each other. Maybe if the wife if she would have had the conversation with the first wife, maybe it would have gave her warning sign to yield. I'm not sure, unless she would have took it like, oh, you just a hater.
I think that's what Kendrick was preventing. If we really want, because one of the questions that you posed was, why was it so important to get that phone, to throw her phone, and excuse me, and whatever. So I really feel like that in the midst of the art, because nobody was there besides him and her throughout that argument. So I think what probably happened was in the midst of her finding out, of her getting the DMs about the wife and finding out them arguing or whatever, I think she may have been trying to, they said that she was trying to just get away from the apartment, but it could have been she was trying to go meet up with the girl. We never know. That's a question that will never be answered. But, we know that she found out.
Yeah, because you said, let's do this too. You said that was her car. Now, some reports start saying that was his car, that was her car. And he always messes her car up, and she wanted to go. Now, you being her friend, this is her friend on the line, you guys. This is Dominic's friend. You being her friend, you feel that she was going to meet up with his wife. She just found out that he has a wife, and the wife contacted her. Now, how did the wife get her number? I'm sure somebody on Facebook that's messy, that know both parties, say, girl, text her, let her know. Go ahead.
The wife didn't contact her. A friend of hers said, girl, let me tell you what I looked up and what I found. He married already, and sent that in her DMs. So the wife never, I think that was, when you said that she should have, women should do that, she should have had a conversation. I think that's probably what led up to him shooting her. That probably was what went down to lead up to that, because me knowing Dom, I'm pretty sure she was gonna go meet up with that, gonna find out the scoop. She wasn't the type of person to just be naive, just because you got some good sex in. She wasn't like that. So I'm pretty sure once the juice was leaked, I'm sure she was going to go in and investigate, and he probably didn't like that.
And do you, what are your thoughts, the mindset of this man, 39 years old, Black Kane, say, I would rather take you out of here than you to meet up with her?
That's when somebody got many secrets.
Do you know the secrets?
I don't. I wish I did.
We need to find out them damn secrets, girl.
I wish I knew them prior to all of this, because that young lady had a very promising career ahead, and she was self-driven. She didn't work for anyone. She made T-shirts. She was in the music, or trying to break out for real into the music industry. She managed artists. She put on events. She would host parties. She actually was trying to do some good things, and her life was cut short. Over some nonsense, over some lies, and over someone's insecurities.
So I guess when he said, I love you and I protect you, so all that, was that just fake?
That was probably stemming. No, I don't think it was fake. I think it was from a genuine place of, I love you and I protect you because of what you can do for me.
Oh. Do you think after...
Go ahead. you're going to protect your cash prize, your cash cow. You're going to protect something that brings asset to you. So, of course, I feel like that there was some genuine possessiveness there that stemmed from, you know, the words that he said definitely were genuine, but they stemmed from some form of possessiveness because of where she was going in life and what she could possibly catapult him to.
And he didn't have no kids?
Not that anybody has said of.
Yeah, I was like, usually these niggas be having some damn kids. And he had wives, he don't got no kids.
He didn't have any children that I, you know, read of or knew of, or anybody in Houston saying that they was his baby mama. No. But we did hear that he, you know, we do know that he officially was still married.
Mm-hmm. Now, did he put pause on her kids? Did he mistreat her kids?
I wouldn't be able to know any of that. I never hung out at her house or anything.
Okay, because you know sometimes the kids do hear and see stuff, even though y'all think the kids are stupid. The kids be smarter than y'all think.
Say that. Then you give them credit for it, sure do. And they say stuff, and you don't pay no mind to it, thinking they just rambling, and really they telling you what's going on.
Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming it was just her and him at the house. The kids were at the grandma's house?
I believe her kids were either between her mother's house, the sister, and their father.
Well, good thing the kids wasn't with her, because he probably took out the kids too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, not only did he take out her, he was trying to take out people that was trying to help her. So you already know this man, he's not dealing with a full deck upstairs.
No. He shot at 2 people in the apartment.
What's that about?
Because they intervened.
What's that oh my God, what's that about? Is he bipolar? Come on, because y'all say he was such a good guy. So I wonder this. If he was such a good guy and he seen a random man putting paws on a woman, would he intervene?
No, probably not.
He wouldn't intervene? Well, I think that's a good-ass test. We need to have a role play and just go on a date and just have friends role play on the side and see what your man gonna do. If he ain't gonna intervene to help, watch out. I don't know. But y'all say he's such a good man. So, Did you ever get a chance to meet him?
Yes, I met Kendrick twice, and they said he was such a good man. I really didn't get I couldn't judge necessarily good or bad. You know, I did notice that throughout the night of the event that he got rather intoxicated. I don't judge nobody. He was a legal adult and what have you. But
y'all need to start judging. Bring the judge back.
But, you know, he's an adult. He's of legal age to drink and whatnot. So do your thing. But sometimes, you know, alcohol intensifies certain behaviors. And, you know, we in a club, so, it's, you know, being loud and obnoxious, I guess, is okay when you're in that setting.
No, he's 39 years old. He's about to be a stepfather, husband. You have to, you know, have some decorum about yourself.
Yes.
Representation matters. Drunk or not, drinking or not, you have to know how to hold your liquor.
Yep. This mayor, though, they did honor her, and they painted the city pink for her for the day. Or they,
nice.
You know, lit up the city pink for her, and she does have her own day. But I mean, so does K. Michelle, and she's not even from Houston, so it's not like that matters. But you know, at least they did try to show some type of, you know, honor to people for domestic violence, as well as to her and what she was going through, because she did make an impact on, you know, some of the streets of Houston.
Yeah, he's 39, Jennifer. Now, in a video, I don't know if you heard about this, but they said Dime, her brothers are in jail with him, and I guess he's afraid of them, and he wants somebody to protect him from the men in jail. What do you think about that?
You know, you never, like we just said, you know, you do some things, you never know who knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
You know the streets talk. The streets don't sleep.
Yep.
Even 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, the street niggas out on the streets talking about the next lick, the next something. The streets don't sleep.
You know, and Dom didn't have a bad reputation, so
he just have a reputation on beating on women. That's what his thing is. That's what it seemed like. And he have a hatred towards women. I don't know what it is. It's a bipolar. He love them and he hate them the next day.
Possibility, Miss Gigi. I really can't say, but I can tell you this. You know, even with her personality and the impact that she made, even, you know, if these biological brothers don't get a hold on to him, you know, there are some people that are brother and sister in spirit. So it's a possibility that no matter where he goes, he's going to still be in danger.
How many years did he get?
It's still, I believe he appealed or something.
Hey, just stop it. Stop it. He appealed.
If I'm not mistaken, because of the protective custody order, I believe they were able to appeal, and they haven't fully charged
keep talking.
or given the full charge.
He is really trying to get out. He's trying to wiggle his ass out of this.
And it's been a couple of years now. The family's been kind of going back and forth. He had tried to get a bond. They did drop his bond. So he wasn't able to bond out.
But why is he trying to get a bond? Why can't he just say, hey, I did it, I deserve? He don't have no remorse. You don't feel like you need to do this, Kendrick? You need to do this damn time? Hello?
Yeah, I'm not Kendrick.
Oh, no.
You said Kendrick, so I ain't
I know. Look, I wanted you to back me up. Like, what's your thoughts?
I agree, though. I agree. One, you know, this impacted a lot of people in Houston. You know, a lot of people, because, like I said, this girl was known, you know, pretty well, and the things that she was doing, you know, were they were good, they were just, they were impactful. So it's sad that it's somebody like that. You know, they got plenty ratchet, no goods that. I'm not saying that anybody, but you know what I'm saying. Have plenty people who, in some form or fashion, where if that things like this happen to them, it's kind of because it's their own karma. But Dom didn't really do nothing, in my opinion, to deserve such.
Yeah, I think nobody deserved this. Nobody. And who is he to get to take a life and then want to get out? Like, he has no remorse. He don't even feel guilty enough that he should really rot in jail. And I guess this is the new wave in America. They want to take people out of here and then bring back on the streets like nothing ever happened. And I'm sure the next girl he get with, he ain't gonna tell. He gonna keep this in a secret. Well, I thank you so much for calling in and letting us know.
Well, we got an update. I just checked to see. So,
what's the update?
He was charged, convicted of murder. Then it just happened October 21st.
For how long?
They gave him let's see.
Well, it's okay. We'll find out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thank you so much for calling in. We're going to let you go now. All right. Calling from 919. You're live on the air.
Hi, Gigi. How are you?
Good. How you doing? Talk to me. What's your thoughts?
Well, first, I obviously think this is just tremendously sad. It's just unimaginable to think that the person that is supposed to love you and care for you, that's proposing to you, is now saying or now has flipped the script and 3 days later has done the most treacherous thing that you can do, which is take somebody's life. I mean, it's immensely sad. It's sad for her children. Now they don't have a mother. I mean, this is just terrible. It's a terrible situation. Yes, and he's still married, Pink and Blue. He's still married, trying to propose to somebody else. So his intentions, like from the beginning of the things that we know, are already not in a good light. And personally, I think, this is just my personal opinion, Gigi, but I think even in the short 3-month time span that they knew each other, there had to be some kind of sign or some kind of flag. There had to be some red flags that she just ignored, because a person doesn't just go to killing you, right? Sorry, Gigi. A person doesn't just go into making you unalive, right? There are steps to that, Gigi. There are steps to this, and I know, because I have been in a domestic violence situation, and I've even talked to a therapist about it. And I lied to the therapist, Gigi. I didn't tell her that the boy put his hands on me. I just told her other stuff. And the therapist was like, oh, well, you need to be very, very careful, because people like this, they end up putting their hands on you. People like this are violent. So there are flags, there are signs, there are things that I feel like Dominic just ignored, and I just feel so bad.
I want to interrupt you just for a second, but I love you as a caller. I want to keep you on for a while. Maybe she just didn't know, because, it could be signs, but just like how your therapist, she knows what to look for. A lot of people don't know what to look for. A lot of stuff is so normalized now. We think, well, that ain't nothing. I ain't see that as no sign.
Yes, absolutely. That's absolutely true. You're right. And I think it needs to start with education. We as women and as men, everybody, we need to start being more educated about these signs that can potentially harm us. Not just our bodily instincts, because your body, you get that flight or flight syndrome, where your body kind of feels that something is uneasy, you know something is not right, and you just, you have that feeling, right? Sometimes your body just tells you, like, I don't know, this is not good. I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should think again about that. And we just have that internal response. But just like you said, Gigi, we don't know the signs or the flags that we need to look for, so that we can be vigilant, so that we can protect ourselves, so that we can completely understand exactly what we're up against. Because if we know, then we can spot it immediately. 2 seconds in, we're like, nah, I see this sign in you, and now I'm going to move on, because I don't want to wrap myself intertwined with you, because what you have going on is not aligning with the values that I have going on. We're in 2 different wavelengths, and it's incredible that even the other caller before me, oh my gosh, Gigi, she was so knowledgeable. She had so much information, and it definitely makes a lot more sense that she found out that he was married and they were arguing, because I was thinking, Why would you just get mad that she's trying to jump her car and she's trying to do something that involves her work? You know, that really did seem kind of far-fetched. So what the other caller said before me, I mean, what she said, that sounds extremely logical, extremely plausible. You know, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense by, you know, what this previous caller said, that she just found out, you know, and then they were arguing about it. All of that makes sense. Of course they were arguing. And just like the previous caller said, Gigi, we will never truly know where she was trying to go that night. We will never know. Because why was she trying so hard to leave? You know, Gigi, like that video says she was trying repeatedly to leave over and over. Why? What is the reason behind her repeatedly, you know, trying to leave? What was the
Because
reason
he was a monster, that's why. And she knew, she felt something dark was coming upon her. That's why she was trying to leave and take her phone with her. And then he took the phone and slammed the phone, trying to break the phone. You're not going nowhere. He told her, get your ass back in this house. You're not going nowhere. Leave the car alone. Leave the car alone. Get out the car. He didn't want her to go.
He didn't want her to go because he didn't have that control over her. See, while she was there, he can control her. He can tell her what he wants her to do and make sure that she's following through with it. But as soon as people with these narcissistic personalities, as soon as they feel like they are losing control of the situation, then they have to up their ante, you know?
Yeah.
They have to up it to something else to get you back, right?
But how
to
did he feel that comfortable with controlling her? What do you think about people, you know, I don't know, you know, because sometimes I look at this situation and they say he ain't have nothing, you know. She was a breadwinner. It was her everything. I wondered, and I'm thinking, did she like submit herself to him? Like with being nice and sweet to him and very submissive, giving him to be more dominant so he can feel like a man. And when he feel like a man, sometimes it just get out of hand when she don't obey, because she already came like she was going to allow him to be the man.
You know what? It could be like that. And you're right, I did see where some people were saying he didn't have anything. So it could have kind of been a situation where she liked him. She might have thought he was a nice person, and maybe she, you know, she wanted to help, you know, being too nice in the beginning. And sometimes when you're too nice and you're too giving, people will see that and they'll take advantage of that, and they will prey, you know, they will prey on that weakness in you. Any little tiny minute percent of weakness that you may potentially have, a person like this is gonna find that weakness, Gigi, and they're gonna exploit it to the best of their ability. As soon as you tell them that one thing, right? You tell them that one kernel of, okay, this is our trust test. I'm about to tell you this one thing, you know, that I don't tell a lot of people. The only people that really, you know, are in my circle know this. I'm going to tell you that. And then you let your guard down and you tell them this, and then they use that against you. They use that exact thing that you told them to exploit you. They use that exact thing that you told them in confidence to make you feel less than. You know, they use that and
people
throw it back in your face later and say,
in
well,
this
you
case,
did this, so
it
you're
was
not that
about,
great.
yeah, people do that. But in this case, it was about he didn't want his secret exposed. It was about his control. And when you give a man power over you, and if he is feeling like the king in your house and you make him feel like a king, these kings gonna do what they want to do, and they want you to obey. They want you to be submissive. You hear them all the time on a date, and you need to be more submissive. If you talk back, you acting like a man. If you're standing up for yourself, you're acting like a man. You know, if you want the same equal rights as they do in a relationship, you're acting like a man. So to me, in their mind, it's like when I tell you to get off the car, get off the car. Leave the damn. Girl, that scared the shit out of me. They just start working that firework shit. I thought it was a damn shot. Shit, I'm talking this shit. And I'm hearing that bam. Girl, what the hell is going on? But then when he pulled out the pow and she said, well, shoot me. He felt to me, this is my opinion, him being this king that he thought he would be. It's like you don't fear me. You don't listen to me. You're not obedient. You don't think I would power you, hoe? Okay, now you fucking with my ego. Now you fucking with me as a man. Now you fucking with me as a king. You trying me. You trying me right now. And he just went pow.
Yeah, and you know what? Now that they were engaged, now he feels like she's his property. So she's supposed to do whatever he says that she's supposed to do. And so, Gigi, let me ask you, do you think that he meant to unalive her, or do you think he meant to shoot her, but maybe not unalive her? Do you think he just meant to injure her, or do you actually think he meant
he meant it. He was in the moment. He meant it. And he turned off, you know, he was in war. It was war now. He's going to pow her. Anybody that's trying to help her. It's like this. I'm at war. It's me against everybody else. It's me against everybody else. Whatever in that phone, whatever the wife knows, it is really a secret, and he want to keep it buried there. And that secret and what she knows, and he couldn't bear her finding that out. He'd rather take you out of here. And some people are like that. They would rather take you out than for you to find out their secret. They would rather take your ass out in a heartbeat. And they don't. I don't care how much they say they love you, how long they was with you. They would rather take your ass out of here than you find out what's going on.
That's true, because then they've been exposed, and now they can no longer hide, and they only have their safety behind this facade that they put up in front of everybody else. And you know, Gigi, the crazy thing is these people with these narcissistic personalities, on the outside looking in, everyone is like, oh my gosh, they are so great. They are wonderful. They're the best person that I've seen you with. Oh my gosh, you're so happy. They are doing so amazing for you. And they have this personality that's kind of like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, where in front of everyone else, they're just this amazing 5-star person, right? But then behind closed doors, when you're with them, when things don't go how they want, when you make them feel less of a man, when you're not following their instructions, when you're not agreeing to their viewpoint on how things should be or how things
then
should
you're
go,
argumentative.
then all of a sudden, then you're argumentative, but then also they switch, and now they're this different person to where it's, oh, F you, you're not S. You haven't
because
never
you're
done nothing
against
for
them.
me.
You're
I don't
against
even know
them.
why I'm talking to you.
In the king mind, if you're not for him, then you're against him. He don't want to be in a household where you are the enemy, you know. And he may have a lot of old school tradition with him, you know, a lot of old school masculine energy behind him that are very toxic. Now, this is how I was raised up. And comment, let us know if you guys agree, if you guys can relate to how I was raised. Now, coming up, some older women, family members, you know, I would say, nah, such and such is wrong, talking about a grown man, right? No, he's wrong. Nah, you know, I feel this way. And the girls will pull me aside. Older women in the family will say, baby, that's a man right there. Sometimes you just gonna have to agree. I know he wrong, but just allow him to feel that he's right. And that was the mentality that was taught. Even though these men are wrong, you as a woman or a little child, you don't correct no man. You have to stay in your place. Now, have y'all ever been around that? If you have, press 0. If you never witnessed that, press 4. But yeah. But go ahead.
You know, Gigi, I personally have to say I didn't witness that, and I really don't know if that's because I grew up with a single mom. So my mom was never married. She never really had any boyfriends or guys. Like, we've never had any men that lived with us or stayed with us for extended periods of time. So I never necessarily really had that dynamic. However, I can say that I've heard that before. I've heard that, you know, in certain situations, you know, that things are that way. But personally for me, I have to say that I haven't had that firsthand experience. But I believe that's just, like I said, because of how I was raised and who I was raised with. And my dad really wasn't, you know, in the picture much. So there was never really oh, don't listen to, you know what I'm saying, what your mom says, do what your dad says. There was never really that interaction for me. And I think in certain ways.
But when you have that and that ego stroking and that boosting, when somebody come against them or disagree, they feel attacked. It feels like it's an attack.
I can agree, and I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. So I guess this is my question to you, Gigi. At what point do we as women are able to have some say so about certain situations? Or should it just be like,
you can have
you just
say
need to
so in whatever
pick your
you
battle?
do, but you have to realize and the type of man and the type of people that you're around and their values and what they think and how they operate. A lot of times, those type of men, they love to put on the front for other people, and it's more so. You know, I may hold her hand, you know, if I'm the man, and I grabbed her, and she say something I don't like, and we're sitting in the couch with you, I may pinch her, you know. You won't know it, but she'll know it. And I would be so nice to her, so sweet to her, but she already know. Once we get behind closed doors, it's going down. You done said the wrong shit, and I'm going to have to correct your ass.
And then what? You just take it?
Yeah. What else she gonna do? And a lot of times in that situation, you better not say nothing about her man. She's gonna be very protective over her man. And that's just how some households and some relationships have been going. But, you know, now it's a new day. And so you have a mixture with traditional and the new age. And sometimes these traditional new age, they're mixing in and they don't even realize what's going on because they just so, oh, I just like the way he treats me. I like this. But you really don't know a lot of things about this person.
You're right. You're right, because I think 3 months to meet and then get engaged was such a short span of time. I mean, maybe I guess it's okay for y'all to maybe talk about how your marriage may be, talk about, you know, eventually getting married, you know what I'm saying? But actually getting engaged in 3 months was such a quick time. Like you said,
it sounds like a fairy tale, like traditional.
To know about somebody. Yes, like Cinderella, Cinderella lost her shoe and Prince Charming came back to find her and they lived happily ever after.
Yeah, and that's a traditional fairy tale. That's old school. I feel like older people back in the day, they did not date like people today date. Back in the day, I don't think they dated or women dated multiple men. They just dated. They more so recorded who they liked it, and it seemed like they, they made it happen.
Now, back in the day, did men date multiple women, or they just dated? They just stuck with one woman as well?
Now I don't know everything, but I know they cheated. I know they cheated, and they had multiple. They had baby mamas, but they would never claim their baby mamas, and baby mamas knew their place. Baby mamas was not out here trying to be seen or trying to be heard. And the fathers, you would never, if it's a group of us and my daddy got somebody else pregnant, I would never know who that child was. You just never know.
You're right.
It was very secretive, and people kept their secrets. Nowadays, everybody want to put their secrets on the front news.
They want to put every time they use the bathroom and change their socks on the news. Gigi, it's just there's just no privacy, and not even an ounce of privacy anymore, because people are just sometimes so open, about their life, and then they're not even just on one platform. They on all of them, they on.
Well, yeah, we live in a no judgment society. So because we don't judge, it's a flood. It's the gate is open. When you have the judge society, it held people accountable, and some people shut the fuck up. Okay, but it's good and bad and everything. Huh?
You're right, Gigi. You're right. It's good and bad and everything. But I personally believe, the judge society still exists. They just don't judge you publicly anymore. They judge you privately now.
Yeah, the judgment society, it would never end. But judgment society was the dominant society. But now it's you cannot judge. Don't judge me, and you're seeing a wrestle. Cause I wouldn't say the judgment society has left. They're still fighting to be more dominant, and you're just gonna see a tussle. I don't know who's gonna win. Right now, it's a damn tie, depending on what type of people you're around and what's going on.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, you're right. There is this new society of acceptance, which is good. It's a good thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
But it can also be turned and used for a negative as well. It's always going to be a double-edged sword when it's both society, the judge society and the don't judge me society. They both have double-edged swords. It's good and bad in both. That's why you need a balance. You need a balance. But I appreciate from talking to you, because I talk to you all day. All right, so we got some other callers, so I'm gonna let you go. Calling from 323, you're live on the air. 323. 323. All right, we're gonna let you go. Calling from 248. You're live on the air. 248.
Hey, Miss Gigi.
How you doing?
Good. First, I want to say, condolences to the family and the kids. It just makes me think about how, the roles have changed here, right? In the last 5-6 years, us women, we have everything. We got the careers, we got the cars. You heard this fool driving a car. We got the houses, right? We the hustlers. And
so that brings jealousy.
Yes, and they want to.
They're gonna be jealous.
Oh yeah, secretly, yeah, they don't like it.
I
You
don't
know?
think it's a secret.
And you know what? I don't know. I mean, I know the black kings. We seeing it a lot in the news here, but I don't know if it's a black thing or a white thing, right? The black men. They
Well, for when it comes to black and white, I've always felt that, in my perspective, the white community has always been kind of more accepting, more understanding. To me, the black community seem like they're more slower to change, more, more slow to
but I tell you,
change.
the white men, they'll take you hiking, right? They'll take you hiking and you never come back. So,
But with that saying it's a lot of Caucasian people. What is it with 60%? I don't know the percentages, but it's a lot. So when you hear one of them or a few, that doesn't speak to the majority. When it comes to the black population in America, it's very smaller compared to that group. So when you see so many of them, it's hard to compare, because it's like the percentages of women getting taken out by men in that community is a totally different percentage. Can't even be comparable when it comes in that different group.
yeah, and you know what? Just because of that percentage, right? If my choices is where I gotta basically build me a man, right, that look like something or whatever, I'd rather go build water tunnels or something in Africa. I'm not devoting no time to make it. Oh, now he need a job. Help him get a job. Oh, he need a car. Let him drive. I'd rather go to Africa and dig water tunnels so villages can have clean water. I'm just serious. Because at this rate, the way they taking them out, Miss GIGI, I can't take that chance. I just really can't. And I mean, I know another caller talked about the sex. They got so many sex devices. I'm not trying to be funny, but they're great. Like women, give them a whirl. Like if it's sex you need or you need something to whatever, check them out. Because this kind of
but I interrupt you. I think that people forget that a lot of people has been conditioned. A lot of black women have been conditioned to, you need a man to be validated in life since you were a child. So breaking that mentality is going to be a challenge. And some would never break from that mentality because it's been so engraved in their mental cells. It's in some motherfuckers' DNA, okay? Because that's how ingrained it has been. And it's a lot of work to unpack that. And people don't want to do the work to unpack it. And they may not even have the desire to unpack it. And they still want this fantasy of just having it all, having that husband that care about you, that provides you. I can't have it. I feel like every man I get on beat on me, but I'm still hoping for one day I will find that Mr. Right. That's why we got plays about Mr. Right and movies that cater to that type of stuff, and it gets so much money. That's why all these men out here with dating advices, they make so much money, so much popularity, because they still are hoping to, what can I learn from him that maybe I can find a Mr. Right? Well, what can I learn from him that can teach me about myself? Maybe I need to correct myself to get me to be with Mr. Right. They still have hope.
GIGI, I'm going to tell you, at this point in my life, I think it's all a pipe dream. All that shit this mama and them was doing back in the day.
It's a damn pipe dream. I like that, pipe dreams.
They up all night fighting with each other. He out with the women. And here we are trying to break our necks to have that. Hell on that. If that's what I got to go to, and then he might pow me. Oh, hell no. I mean, I'm telling you, the women's is making it. I'm a six-figure girl myself, We making our own money. Women, we don't have to do this, right? And you talked earlier about how do you detect this, right? And I know another caller talked about, we knew, we all had get signs from these kind of men, right? And I'm not trying to victim shame or nothing like that, but we got to listen to them. When you get that inkling, they show you who they are, believe them. And
yeah, but I
you're
think
not
sometimes
educated-
it's hard. What if the signs turn me on? What if the signs of him being an abuser actually turn me on? What if I get turned on when he yelled at me? What if I got
That's
turned
why,
on
like,
when he
the
bucked
other-
at me?
The other caller was talking about education. Go to a psychiatrist and tell them.
And you know what?
like
Pink Dot
being
Average said
turned-
that's sick. Well, you got some sick people out here. Some people don't realize that they get turned on by some, maybe, I don't know what to call it. What do you call it when you get turned on by dangerous stuff or stuff that's not good for your health? I don't know what the hell you call it, but it's something.
It's sick, but I think if you take that kind of scenario to a professional, they'll tell you that ain't healthy. You probably want to try to avoid all of that. And I seen what the sister was saying. He loved her to death. That'd be a sign too. They want you to be with them or be with no one. That's it. You try to leave me, you won't be here. And here this fool already married. I thought that was so. I just don't know. And then you asked about helping, right? If you standing there seeing something like that going on, I hate, but I'm gonna help, but I'm gonna help from a distance. You know how they tell you in the airport on the airplane, put your mask on first. Baby, I'm using these 2 feet to get the fuck on because I'm not. Look at that. He talking about he had to play dead and got shot. Like, no. Soon as it go down, I'm gone. I will call as I run. I'm not, baby. I can't do it. Soon as that, gotta go. I'll call the police for you. I'm not standing there talking about. I seen that when I was little. Again, we condition all this man and woman. I seen beer bottles getting flowed past, him getting hit in the head, all trying to be in the middle, trying to break it up. Hell on that. You end up getting messed up in the process. So you can help, but you help from a distance, just like they tell you on the airplane. Put your mask on first.
I got some people in my family. They said, I don't even want to be a witness to shit. I don't want to be a witness. I don't want to see. I'm not going to stand around and look at it. I don't want to hear. As soon as they get to arguing, I'm out.
Yes. Soon as that, everybody always feel like, soon as that, I tell me and my kids, get your rap. Let's go. It's about to start. All that. Remember that $5 and all that? Oh, it's time to go. Get your coat. I'm about to go because the shit about to start. I know it. You can feel it. And see, Miss Vicky, you told me I'm from Detroit too.
Hey.
So, hey, you know how it goes. But you was talking about he was asking for some protection in jail. Oh no, you the big fella with the gun, right? You the tough guy. Now you want some protection. No, you didn't protect her. And what about her kids? I hope they get them. I hope they get them good in there too. And I was thinking about, they had that crime of passion kind of thing. I don't know if he done tried to say that he was, enthralled in passion and the thought of her leaving, because that gets these crazy fools off too.
That's sad. The laws need to change. But I have a question for you guys. And God forbid, if somebody took your parent out of here, your mom or your dad or somebody you love, and it's been some years, would you go to the prison to visit them? Just to ask questions or to look them in their eyes? Press 1 if you will want the opportunity to go and visit them and question them, or press 5 if you'll never go? What would you do? Would you go?
No. What I wanted is gone. To see you or talk to you, I wouldn't. I actually had that kind of thing. The person didn't go to jail, but it's nothing I want to ask of that person. You did what you did, and I don't have nothing to say to them. I just would want my loved one back, but you can't do that for me, so it ain't nothing really I could talk to you about. You just a fool. I hope, somehow you make peace with what you did. But no, I wouldn't have no words for him or her. Take my loved one away. Nope. But that's all I got, Miss Gigi.
I thank you and I love you. And only if people have that type of, no, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say after they nigga done cheated. Like after he cheat, because people still need explanation. Why can't you leave after he cheated the first time? But
I better go check out some of these. If it's the sex, you better check out some of these devices they got. It ain't worth your life.
I know that's right. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Please call me back. I enjoyed you. Calling from 407. You're live from the air.
Hi, Gigi.
Hey, how's it going?
Everything's good. Blessing, highly favored. How you doing?
Good.
That's good. Well, I do want to say, which is something that I felt like, because I've been through it like one time, and then I'm kind of like going through it right now. And it's like, do you share that like seriously publicly with people? Because then you got ears open that are listening to strategy. But I think the worst thing that a woman can do in a bad situation with a man is threaten him or tell him she gonna leave. Don't say it. Just do it. Just do it. It worked for me. And then when it's time to, pretty much express why and address things that you may have kept your mouth shut to, that's the time to do it. But be where he cannot find you. Don't let him find you. Be in that place. But don't argue with no man. Threatening him. Oh, I found out this and I found out this. Oh, you did this and you did that. Even if you got to say, and sometimes in our hearts may well be in a position to say, well, okay, well, it's like this right now. How, maybe I will stay and put up with it for a little minute and see how it unfolds. But don't tell him you're leaving. Don't tell him you're leaving. Even if you decide after you've, reflected on everything or whatever and said, okay, my time is up. Because can't nobody, at the end of the day, you can talk to other people, but can't nobody tell you to get tired until you tired. And when you tired, you go and you say nothing. And I don't know if I got the question mixed up about what, I thought it was saying that if somebody goes to jail or whatever after they've done something, would you want to go and talk to them? I would. And I would raise questions. If they're locked up, I'm going to sit right there in their face and I'm going to ask them questions to raise questions to make them question their existence. Okay? And that's a deep place to take somebody to. Especially in a situation like that. If they go into jail for hurting somebody, which a lot of times when men hurt women, we know what happened to them in prison. But my main thing is this. This is what I want to say. And it took, I'm like, do you want to say that? Do you want to say that?
No, go ahead. Because you're going through something. You need all of us help. Go ahead. We listening.
Yeah. And it's don't tell them. Leave.
So in that situation, I want to interrupt you. Cause you know some girls they have this idea. I'm so honest to him. I am so honest to him. I've never lied to him. You know, and I just want to keep it real to him because I'm the realest. I want to be real. You know, you can't be real with the enemy. You're going to have to be fake like his ass. You're going to have to learn like a snake.
You're going to be real to the grave.
Yeah, you cannot be real.
Why
If
would-
you sleeping
what
with
the
a
Bible
snake,
say?
you're going to get your snake on too.
You got to be wise as a what? Serpent and harmless as a dove.
Mm-hmm.
That's some G shit there. And when it comes to your life and your children's life, you got to move how you got to move. A lie can be all right. Harriet Tubman, she set people free with lies. You understand me?
Yeah.
With the untruth. She went against the grain, set people free.
But I just never lied to him before. And I don't know if I can lie to him because like I get nervous if I lie to him. And I feel like he can look me in my eyes and just tell I'm lying.
Well, don't say nothing, write a letter.
Because you have to think about this. Because a lot of times the people that we fear, we scared of. The people that we fear, sometimes we scared to tell their ass a lie in their face. I was scared that he gonna look at my ass and like you lying, cause he always accused me of lying.
Exactly.
He always accused me of damn lying. So goddamn.
I've always been told that I'm not a good liar, but I know how to. One thing I've always said is the best thing that people can do is, and sometimes a man, unfortunately, you better say something, but it's better to be quiet than to tell a lie. A lot of people tell lies when they can just be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to. But then in a relationship type situation, you better say something. Some men will, a narcissist will demand you to say something so they can catch you in that lie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? Just touch that man's hand and say, baby, let's just rest and leave that alone tonight. Let's just rest. Let us figure this out. And it may turn out to where it can, work out a certain kind of way. Let's say that. Let's just say that. Let's just say that like that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But in the back of your mind, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know if your life, I can't tell you how one relationship I was in, if I didn't answer my phone because it was upstairs, I knew it was going to be a fight when that man came home. You understand me? It got to the point where I knew I had to fight or flight, and I was ready to do both. So it got to where I had to start. At that point, I wasn't ready to move. I wasn't ready for flight, so I had to fight. So what I would do, I took them hot curls, whatever I could to plug up somewhere, or whatever I could, and I took the hot curls was the first thing, and I drew his ass to that room, to that bathroom. And when he put his hands on me, I bust his head wide open with hot curls. And it shocked me. And I ran out that door. You hear me? So you just got to, sometimes everybody, you can't beat everybody. You can't beat no man. You can only take a chance. But the main thing is, don't ever argue with a man and tell him you leaving him. Don't do that. That's the biggest mistake us women make. Just go. Just go one day. Even when it's all perfect, hokey-dory, and everything all beautiful and light, get the fuck on.
What I used to think? I used to think he want to pick arguing with me so he can have a reason to bust me in my head. So I just shut the fuck up. And I allow him to call me all types of degrading stuff. And I just be quiet.
But see, in this relationship that I was in recently, his side, I actually, my spirit started witnessing against his. I was like, it's something right about this man. And he's the calmest, kindest person on the exterior. Okay? But when he started, he messed up one time when we hadn't had a conversation, but then we talking again about a conversation that came up again. You repeat back to me what I done said. You being fake. Something, but even before that situation came, I said, something ain't right about this man. But I'm going to still, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Tell him what he done went through. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's going to be a little open and we can move past that, get to know each other and know everything is okay. And it's safe to be open with somebody, some way, somehow. Oh, but no, he steady continued to feel like he needed to keep the mask on. And then it flipped to where we could have a conversation, simple conversation. Mind you now, we done had a conversation about him. People never, nobody, they don't listen to me. He's from the Bahamas. Nobody listen. I always try and tell people, why you always feel like you got to be perfect? You go somewhere and I don't eat that. I don't do this and I don't do that. But your ass, come to find out, can be on some of them little back pages or whatever they call them, dating people.
That's where you go to get the prostitutes, right?
I guess that you can date somebody if you like them. This is what he tried to tell me. If you like them,
that's the prostitute site, girl.
Because and he wouldn't have not admitted it had he not known that I hadn't seen it in the spirit.
Yeah,
that's why we have to stay close.
People got friends. I got friends on that shit. They sell their ass. That's a prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
Sell it, just shaking their ass and people looking at
they sell it. That's a business. They getting that money. That's your money.
And that's their business. That's their business. I ain't finna do it. Mm-hmm. I'm too scared. I'm so scared of social media dating until it don't make no sense. Well, it does make sense. I'm scared of it. Even meeting somebody in person, I am scared. I'm 49 years old. I don't even look my age. I don't have no gray hairs, nowhere, nothing. Okay? But I am very, very afraid of getting involved with men because I know, for one, what I've gone through, and somehow, for some reason, it's possessive men that have, maybe I've drawn them to me, but I know my love and my heart is good and pure. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel, and that's how I try and come across as, and that's who I am, and that's who I try to be, because at the end of the day, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. And I know a lot of people out here hurting, men and women at the same time. So it's like I have this mindset, be that grounding force, be that encouraging, inspiring force within somebody's life. But when they're not doing it the same way, I may give them a little leeway, maybe a lot. And men will get attached to that because they don't want nobody else to have that. That's another way that we go wrong. Giving them too much of a good thing. They don't want nobody to have that. They will kill you for that. They will kill you for it. But I was sitting there once, I'm I'm like 2 hours away from him now. I got the hell on. And I had an email from one of my pastors, and it was saying how somebody close to me, be careful what I say to him because they would take it and use it against me. He was the only person that did it. Because we had a simple conversation in which he felt I wasn't listening to him, and it was about a car. Okay? And it turned to where he started calling me out my name. And this is the first time he did. I'm way far away. Maybe he's mad about that. He started calling me out my name, and I said, you know what? You stay there, and I stay here. And it may even piss him off even more to know that he don't know where I'm at. But when you leave. You can pick up them signs. Leave soon as certain things just start really not aligning with you. If he start trying to, one minute he treating you like you his woman, and the next minute he treating you like an option. To me, that's a telltale sign to say, get the fuck away from his ass. Get on. Because that's a form of abuse. That's a form of emotional abuse. And some women stick around saying, oh, it's going to work. Some people, and mainly it's more younger women that do that, but when you get to a certain age, you know them red flags. But I'm going to say this mainly to the young people, young women. Don't you stop. Don't be sitting up there arguing with that man. But oh, I'm gonna leave you. I heard you did this, and you ain't did this. How you treat me, and this that. You better shut up. Because you can say the wrong one word that done triggered him from somewhere back in his days when he was a younger child that really hurt his feelings. And you can say something that triggered him and he can hit you or push you. Push you and something in the way and you gone just like that. Don't make no argument with him. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I thank you so much for calling in and dropping in them bombshells. And I really hope your situation gets better.
I thank you so much, Gigi. And you be blessed, well, and highly favored and prosperous in spirit, mind, and physically, okay?
Amen.
Doing a good thing.
Amen.
All right? Stay lying. Amen.
Thank you.
Thank
Amen.
you, sweetie.
All right, we're going to let you go. Calling from 317. You're live on the air.
How you doing, Gigi?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to say condolences to the family and stuff like that. That's really sad. I know a lot of women, a lot of girls that deal with dangerous men, like, and know that they're dangerous people. They see all the signs and stuff, but they think that they'll treat them differently and stuff like that. And they've been put in dangerous situations, but some of them have treated the situation and, like, you know, got on from it.
Well, can I stop right there? Okay, to me, and I know a lot of people talk about, you know, sisterhood, but is sisterhood a real thing or it's just for something to say? Because I'm thinking a sisterhood, if you a sister and you know this man been dogging out other sisters, you would think to say, nah, I see myself in old girl. You dogged her out. You put paws on her. Nah, nigga, you can't. Nah, I don't want nothing with you because of what you did to her. And no, I'm not with it. And I think if people were really into sisterhood, like, I don't know, I just don't see it, that, you know, it would change a lot of things. That's all I'm going to say. But go ahead.
I agree with you, but not everybody thinks like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
not majority of them think like that. But go ahead.
I think that, you know what I'm saying, like, some women, they'll notice characteristics about a man or whatever, and like you said previously, like, it'll turn them on and stuff like that. But I think sometimes it could be to a detriment. You know what I mean? And by the time they want to try to, like, get away and stuff like that, it'll be too late. And like the previous caller said, like, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to leave, just don't say anything, you know. And I think that sometimes, I don't want to sound away when I say this, but I think sometimes, like, women like to fight with men to see what they're going to do. And sometimes it gets out of hand. You know what I mean? And I feel like, shit, if it was really like a dangerous situation, I wouldn't have I got 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? I would have been running my ass down the street or whatever if it was a dangerous situation. But I feel like sometimes, like, women like to antagonize their boyfriends to see what they're going to do. And sometimes women have crazy ass niggas and they don't really realize that shit until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear what you're trying to say. You know, a situation where a girl arguing with a guy and then she say you a F-bomb, you gay, that's why you like it in the behind, and you stupid, or you got the bumps, nigga. Tell everybody you got the bumps then, you know.
Right, next thing you know, the man pulling out the pow.
You
like,
ain't gonna
really
do nothing, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You underestimating the enemy. They underestimate the enemy.
Exactly.
Never,
exactly.
Don't they say
that,
never underestimate the enemy? You never underestimate.
Absolutely. But, you know, that's all I have to say. You know, I like your show. I just want to call in and come up with
Thank you. I appreciate you. Hopefully I hear from you again. All right, we're going to let you go. Okay. All right, calling from 323. You're live from the air.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hi. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, I was just
chiming in. I am Pink Dot, so I'm just I had something I wanted to say, but now I'm kind of nervous, so just forgive me, y'all.
It's okay. Would it help if I just be quiet, or would it help if I talk?
What I was saying, I have been into a DV class. I took a DV class about I say about 8 years ago, and a lot of things that I learned is about we have to be accountable for our actions and what the part we play in anything that we do. And when I see something, when a person show you who they are, you need to believe them. It shouldn't take you 2 or 3 years and you know this person is something. The third eye, or I don't know what you want to, I call it the third eye. When you first meet somebody, you know what's up. In my opinion, I dodged a lot of bullets because I'm like, I see this one thing in that person, and I'm leaving him alone because I see it already. I already know something wrong.
And they believe, you know what happened
I'm
too?
just saying.
After you leave him alone, they call you. They call you. They call you. Can I please see you? I apologize. What I got to do to make it up to you? Can I take you to this place? Can I buy you your favorite this? Can I do this? And they keep on bugging your ass. I done changed my ways. And you think they didn't change. It's like, God damn, this nigga just on me. God damn it, you know? All right, nigga, I give your ass a chance. You been on me, pressing me for like 5 months now. Non-stop. Okay. Girl, you go to the movies, he pop you upside the head in the movies because you asking for too damn much. Okay? Story of my life. Story of my life.
But that's why, I'm sorry. That's why sometimes you just don't even give them a second chance. I'm just saying, when a person shows them who they are the first time, you better believe them. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times, a lot of us, because God gave us favor. Because the fact is, we saw that one sign. We saw that second sign. We're like, I'm going to leave Pookie. And, they got educated Pookies, too. So I'm not just talking about Pookie and Ray Ray. There's a lot of educated Pookies out there, too. They got good jobs. They got a lot of money, but they still got that mentality. And another thing, a lot of these men, in my opinion, I'm going to say in my opinion, they really have vitriol for their moms. And then, so it's a lot of indirect anger when it comes down to these men because they don't have that. They don't have an anger towards men. They only have it towards women. So, in my opinion, that I, have experienced with.
Yeah, it's an expectation they have towards women, and if they don't meet that expectation, you're gonna feel a wrath.
Right. And I felt a wrath before, and that's why. So when I went to the DV class, I didn't even realize. I really thought that I shouldn't even be in this class. I was like, oh no, this not me. But then I went into the class, and I was like, wow, I learned a lot about, the signs and the warnings and the symptoms of it, and that's why right now, when I see one little thing half of the time, I'm going to say, because sometimes, you do got them ones that you'll sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to give him another chance because he's fine. Whatever the case may be. He's giving you money, whatever the case may be. Then you got some that, to me, spiritually, you look in that person's eyes, you know he ain't nothing but the devil. You leave that one alone. And I just want to land my plane.
You sure right.
90 seconds.
Yeah, leave the devil alone because we see certain things, but sometimes we don't want to see it. And I'm sorry to say, but for that 3 months, that was not enough time to even know somebody. For 3 months, you can't know anybody. And another thing, before I go, I want to say this: why is it that us as Black people, we have all this smoke when it comes down to a white cop killing
60
a Black
seconds.
person? But we don't have the same smoke when a Black person kills a Black person, besides the Shanquilla case.
Because we're Democrats.
And I want to know, why is that? We have a lot of cases. You know how many cases that is here now that a lot of these women are getting pow, and their kids are being left as foster kids or whatever the case may be, or what you want to call them. And there's never no smoke for that. It's always a silence. We always have an excuse for that. But why is it that we don't fight for these people and these kids are left orphans? I don't understand that when we don't have that type of energy.
Possibly because we allowing the black king to correct themselves, and we just want to
10
give
seconds.
the black men space to correct themselves and to really mold their community how they want to mold it. And then if we intervene too much on black, then it's going to make it seem like we are breaking up the black family. We are breaking up the black community.
Oh. But they are breaking up the black community because they are the ones who powering too many women, though. This is the problem.
But I'm role playing here, but it's your own people.
Okay.
I'm role playing. It's your own people. Don't your own people have to take accountability of that?
Yes, we do. But I'm just saying we just don't have the same type of energy and the smoke. It's like we give excuses for like you say, our black king.
Right. And whose issue is that? Who's going to correct that? You want the government to step in?
I want somebody to start stepping in, or something has to happen because there's too many of us. I'm looking for the children. It's too many of these kids are being left to fend for themselves because now you got somebody is powering them. Look at her.
Yeah.
She had three.
Yeah, I don't want to emasculate the black man by intervening in the black community when it's the black king role to help stop the black on black. Because once we intervene, then the black man going to feel like we didn't even have a chance to do anything. You know? You just took it from us and you just do it. You know? We want that black king to rise to the occasion to help and correct his community.
Well, before I go, I want all women to start practicing your Second Amendment rights when it comes down to these situations. Because I bet you, if a lot of us women and them women had their Second Amendment rights, if you know what I mean, a lot of these, and she used it on that person, I bet you she would still be alive. These women would still be alive right now. And I'm going to land my plane. I love everybody. And that's it.
Girl, they don't want you to go. They want you to keep talking.
I'm sorry. This is like this is actually my second time calling in because I called them with somebody else. But I'm just saying, like I said, once you take a DV class, because I took one, I'm telling you, I took one, and I was mandated to take it. I'm not going to get into what happened, but I was mandated to take it. And like I said, you don't realize that what part you play in a situation. You know, you really don't. And I had to realize that I played a part in the situation that I was in. And I had to own up to my situation. And just like when she sat there and she told that man to shoot her, I don't know if that's true or not. You know, once you get to a 5, y'all, when a person gets to a 5, it's no turning back. And once you get to that 5 level, and he was on that level 5, and whatever was in that phone.
Now, what is a level 5?
Say this. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. When you go into them DV classes, a level 5 is a point of no return. You black out. That's level 5. There's nothing you can do. Can nobody stop you? Can nobody do nothing? You are at 5. That 5 is the killer right there. And they always tell me about when I was in the class, it teaches you. Don't get to that 5. You get to that 4, you can get to that 2, because level 5 is no turning back. Whatever he was on that 5. And I do thinking whatever she was going to expose, he didn't want her to expose either. Because she was going somewhere to expose something, in my opinion. Because he didn't want her going that place. And I don't think it was about that that other wife. In my opinion, I don't think so.
What you
You know,
think it was
because it's
about?
like, okay, I think it was about some other stuff. He probably was his wife was probably a beard, if you know what a beard is. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, a
If anybody know what
beard is, let me tell you what a beard is. A beard
Yeah.
is a wife for a man that's zesty, a man that prefer to be with
Yeah.
other men on the down low,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he wants society to think he's a heterosexual male. So to make society think you're a heterosexual male, you either have to have a few things. You're going to either have to have some kids, a lot of kids, or a wife or a girlfriend. Because if you don't got no wife, no girlfriend, and you don't got no damn kids, and you 35, people gonna start to think, well, you gay. And their insecurity, they don't want nobody to think that, you know. Let alone, no, they don't want you to think it, nigga. You can't think that about them. So they always gonna have to have a girlfriend and a wife. And if they don't have that, a bunch of kids. Now, if they don't have a bunch of kids, they're gonna need a wife or a girlfriend now.
Right, you know, and yeah, I'm just saying because she was going to try to go somewhere. He didn't want to go nowhere. He was trying to me, in my opinion, keep on, you know, something that she probably found out, not because of that wife though. Because wasn't they separated? Him and the wife?
I don't know if they were separated, but yeah, I believe they haven't. Yeah, from what the friend says, you know, him and the wife haven't been together in a while, in years.
Yeah, so why would she get that upset if they weren't together and being wild? I mean, I'm just saying it just didn't seem to me that if she was that angry, it's something more to this wife situation than meets the eye, and you know, because of the level of anger he had. You know, he don't have no kids.
What would cause a man to be that angry? But does it take much for a man to be that angry nowadays? It seems like it don't take much.
No, it doesn't. But it's just, I don't think the wife situation made her that angry. I don't think.
Why do you think she was angry? You got a feeling that she was angry?
Well, it was like, if he's trying to stop her from doing something, why would he sit there and stop her? What did she know that she was going to expose? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think.
Right.
To me, from the news report, she was not about to expose anything. You know, this is just what people are speculating. All we know from the news report, they said that she was on her way to work, and she wanted the car to work, so she tried to do something herself to fix the battery. But he told her to leave the car alone, stop trying to fix that car. And she was persistent. She kept on trying to fix that car. So that's why he got into an argument with her, and he threw her phone. And they got into a more argument, and that's when he pulled the pow out. And she said, what pow me? And that's when he powed her.
Oh, wow. Damn.
And then after he got finished pounding her, he walked over her dead body and took her phone and ran off. Mind you, he didn't drive. He didn't drive off. He walked off or ran off.
Okay, now I got the whole story. I didn't get all of that. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I had my other speculation, but I just feel sorry for the kids. Because we're adults. We can make our own decisions, but what about the children that's left behind? He has 3 children that's not going to have their mother to grow up with.
Well, that man not thinking about no damn kids. But you're right. Keep talking.
Yeah.
They love to hear you talk. Keep talking.
I hope they do get him in jail. I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for this man because he's probably one of the men that never sit there and beat up men. He likes to beat up women. I don't feel sorry for this man. Let them people, whoever her brothers was, and I'm wondering why her brothers in jail anyway. What did they do? I'm like, what them brothers do? but they in jail. And I hope that he gets jail justice for what he's done. He's wrong. And I just cannot stand a man who have so much victory off of women but are cowards to men. I don't get that too. And there's a lot of men out there will beat up a woman but will not beat up a man. So I hope they get that man in jail. Well, I'm not going to call him a man because he's a male. I hope he get that male in jail. You know? Yeah. So we gonna see what's gonna happen.
We gonna see.
Wasn't that case? Yeah, wasn't that case last year, right? A couple of years. I remember the case.
I believe it was. Well, it just came up on Twisted Crime. I was on their YouTube channel. They always have like mystery tales on Krista Time.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this happened in 2019 to 2020, a few years back.
I remember that case too. Yeah, I remember that case because I be actually on. That's all I listen to is the ID channel and all these other channels and tell you about all these what do you call these same situations. But sometimes it is so sad that it is. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of black women that are losing their lives. The same reason how this young lady lost her life, and it is too many black men pow-powing and the women, and some of them pow-powing the kids too.
And nothing is being done about it. And it's going to continue to get worse.
Nothing is being done
it's
about
going to get worse. They're going to have
done.
more power. Because people are saying, this is the KKK. They don't got to do shit now because y'all taking y'all own people out. And they loving it. They sitting up here watching. They said, hell, y'all black people, y'all up here watching reality TV, and y'all don't even realize y'all the motherfucking reality TV, because they sitting back every day watching that news, looking at y'all stuff. They sitting back every time looking at Facebook. They take the videos of y'all putting paws on each other in Facebook, and they in their private groups talking about it and laughing about it like it's the Love and Hip Hop. Okay? You watching it, but you the real show for entertainment.
Right, because I was like just wondering, like, have this been going on, or because now since we have social media is coming to a head, have we been getting this femicide going on all this time, or this just started going within a couple of years that, you know, like YouTube been around? Because it is, like you said, I listen to Twisted Crimes too, and a lot of other little
I think feminicide been going on for a long time. But I think now you have to remember too, the world is populated, right? Mm-hmm. It's a lot of more people in this world. Yeah. So of course you're gonna have more can in this world too, because it's more people. Humans are very dangerous to other humans. You know, ain't no other animal on this planet gonna take you out like humans will. They're the most dangerous animals is other humans. That's what you gotta work out for.
Okay, because it's just, I was just
but yeah, on social media they're gonna spread it more, and you're gonna see it more visually, but it's always been, but not as much because the popularity, and now you see social media. So social media, it just takes it and blows it up. You know that.
Right. Because there's so many cases that it just kind of, it really kind of depressed me at times, because there's so many of these cases. It's like every week somebody's getting pow from
not every week, every 4 to 5 hours.
Well,
it's a woman right now that just got pow by they black king. It's a woman in the next hour that's about to get pow by her black king. Some of them know it, and some don't even see it coming.
Right. You're definitely right. When I heard about that lady that had the 6 children, and that man was a Marine, and he got mad at her because she had actually called because she was beating her up. He pow-powed her and left. And then the cops, pow-powed him. And now you got 6 children that don't have a mother and a father because he was their dad. So, and that happened about what? She was a beautiful girl too.
You know what? Y'all need to start having conversations. And the first date, y'all need to start talking about putting paws on people. Have you ever hit a woman? Would you ever hit a woman? I don't play that. You will go to jail. It's a turn off. Okay? Whatever you got to say to turn these abusers off, then you need to say it on the first date so they won't call your ass back.
Right. Or you just block that person because it's like...
I'd rather turn you off. I'd rather turn you off.
Right. So, I don't know. I'm gonna, like I said earlier.
Because me blocking you and you're still interested in me, then you're gonna be obsessive, and it's gonna piss you off even more. But if you're not interested in me, that's a blessing for me.
Right. But it's so different now because you can just block somebody now. They can message you. You just block them.
They're gonna call you back from another number.
Well, sometimes they don't.
Most times they do. Child, please. They don't never leave my ass alone. They always calling from numbers or something or doing something.
Right. You're definitely right.
And don't let them know your Facebook or your Instagram. Then you don't know who messaging your ass. You don't know who's stalking you.
Yeah, but don't let them know where you live at. Don't let them know where you work at, because them are the worst. So they can just easily come on where you work at and where you live at, especially when you're not living in a gated community or gated somewhere.
But guess what? If they're not interested in you, guess they ain't going to come now, is they? Because they don't have no interest. The best is when you can turn them off.
Right. You're definitely right.
Whatever you can do to turn them off, do it.
That's what, I'm gonna take that advice because I just block them. When I see them, I block them because it's when, I don't know, that it's just something about certain people, and you gotta just start asking about their childhood too, start asking about childhoods, like, was you abused as a child, or who raised you? What was your upbringing about? Because sometimes that has to play a lot to do with how you are.
Yeah, and then that's a big turnoff to a lot of men too. They hang up on your ass real quick and never call you back. So that's good. If you want to turn them off, go ahead. These men don't like talking about nothing deep like that.
Right, you're right.
But some do, and then some of them you can't get to shut the hell up. Have you ever had the men that just talk so damn much?
Right. Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, I have. Sometimes I like it, and sometimes I don't. I be like,
would you shut
what?
the fuck up?
Right. Yeah. But this has been a good, you be having some very good topics, and I really appreciate people like you on the air.
Thank
because
you.
you
I
let us
appreciate
express ourselves. You really do. You let us express ourselves, and it's like you giving what do we feel about, especially with the Shanquella case. I'm really, really, really. You are like one of the best when it comes down for us to express how we feel. Regardless of what's the fact, this is how we feel, and what that's what I really do enjoy about you, Gigi.
I appreciate you. I keep that in mind.
And I do respect you respect you as a blogger.
I appreciate
I really do.
Now, I don't like keep talking about me. You got to stop that now. You got to stop.
But, I'm just saying, I got to give you your props.
I don't want no props. I just want them likes.
Why?
Please, like.
No, of course. I put the like on. I always do. That's
please,
one thing
that
I
like.
do. I
don't know. I'm just like that. I've been like that for quite some time. I just don't like the light up to be on me. But I appreciate
Yeah.
you, boo. I really do. We're going to let you go
Okay.
now.
Thank you. Have a
Thank you. All right. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I know it's not celebrity based. That goes without saying. And you guys, I'm always looking for actors and actresses, males and females that can phone act. If you can act over the phone, please email me. I need some more actors and actresses to role play with. Okay, so we can have a whole series on this channel. Okay, we're gonna do it. It's no scripts. You just gotta be good with, thinking on your feet and feeling whatever character I assign you. All right, so we're gonna get on out of here. I love y'all. You know I'm hungry. And another thing I gotta say, which have nothing to do with this, I was thirsty last night. I was real thirsty last night, and I didn't have nothing in my refrigerator but some water. But I said, I remember I have that apple juice, that crisp. Remember that honey crisp I told y'all about? Girl, I had another sip, and I could not stop sipping. Do you know that honey crisp apple juice? It was busted last night, and I think because I was just so thirsty. But girl, I can't keep my lips off of that apple juice. I was sipping on it all today. Okay, that apple juice gone. I'm a great actor, Gigi. Okay, well, Stevie Ray, email me. You know what time it is. All of y'all actresses, email me and leave me your number. What a name. Leave me your number and your name in my email. Another thing I got to put you up on notice. Okay, do you remember I was telling y'all a time about I was going to the African shop, and I said, you know what? I'm not sure about going to the African shop to get my hair braided because, I hear horrible things and how they gonna treat, American people. But I went to the African shop a while back, and I got treated real cool. The price was good and everything, right? Girl, I go back to the African shop this week. They braid my hair, and then when it came to the bill, they went up $40. I said, nah. I said, y'all didn't charge me that much last time. Girl, and that's when I'm learning. Okay, so they like to trick people. They like to and then a guy came into the African shop while I was getting my hair braided. And he was like, yeah, I need my hair, he needs something done. And then they're going to say, okay, yeah, $80. And then he looked at their ass crazy. Must be, I couldn't see the man because I was turned the other way. But he must have looked at their ass crazy and then she going to say, okay, $75. Child, that man got up and he walked the fuck out of there. You should see the women. They were just, okay, I'll do it for $65, $55. He said, nah, y'all doing too much. That's way too much. And he wasn't having it. They're just going to be losing a whole bunch of business because they lacking integrity. Keep a price a price. Ain't no way a price should be $80 and then you can talk all the way down to goddamn $55. Stop playing them games. And how y'all did me, overcharged me after my hair got braided. That was messed up. I'm never coming there again. I may go to another African shop, but I ain't going to go there. I sure ain't. That's the last time. That's the last time. But I understand sometimes they do discount when they feel it. They do it to people except their friends. Right, all of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they be up in there speaking that African language. I don't know what the hell they saying. It's almost like being in the nail shop with the Asian, whoever, speaking that, or going to the hair beauty supply when they speak their language. Everybody speak their damn language. I'm feeling left out. Feel left out. Child, let me get on off because I talk to y'all about nothing and I'll be up on here all night long. Always confirm before you go. Beautiful. You don't think I did that? I called before I went and I said, yeah, I want to get the same style I did last time. And I said, well, how much is it? She said, oh, don't worry about it. We'll tell you when you get here. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I ain't worried about it. And I forgot to ask before I sat down. Girl, I got done. They talking about they gave me that price. Oh, hell no. Truth Goddess, email me. Please email me your name and number. And you know I'm going to hit you back. You know I need y'all. Let's get it rocking. Okay. 160 for 90. It pisses me off when they do that. Speaking a language is rude. If you're not talking about someone, keep that same energy with one language. I know that's right. But you know they're going to do what they want to do. Your own black people, right? And we supposed to be all one, inclusive. That's not the case. That is not the damn case. All right, well, I'm going to get on out of here. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all on another video. Bye, y'all. DJ, where you at? DJ.